Welcome everyone to the Beyond Van Gogh, the Immersive Experience right here at Broadway at the beach in Myrtle Beach. And joining us is the art historian, Fanny. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
For viewers who are unfamiliar, to start with, who is Van Gogh?
So Van Gogh is a post-impressionist painter. He was in the 19th century, very active for the last 10 years of his life or so. And he's very famous for sort of connecting the dot between Impressionism and Fauvism. And what that means in Expressionism is that he is not painting what he sees, he paints what he perceives. It's a painting that's very active. He paints when he's in plein air, in front of what he wants to paint, and he infuses it with energy and with everything that he feels is happening behind. So one of his most striking painting, for example, is Starry Night, where you have this striking, beautiful sky where everything is just rolling around and you feel something is more there than just what meets the eyes. And that's sort of what is unique about Van Gogh.
Tell us more about the Beyond the Van Gogh Immersive Experience. What can people expect, like walking through?
So an immersive experience is actually quite hard to describe because you have to be in the space to truly feel it. But it is about this blend of cutting-edge projection technology and Vincent's body of work that allows the audience to literally set foot into his world, to be part of the paintings themselves, to walk through the colors, to have everything swirling around you. It is unique. Music carries the experience. It becomes this dreamlike event. And it's a loop that lasts about 35 minutes, and then it goes on in a very seamless way. And you have to be in it to truly know what it feels like.
Yeah, I noticed it was very relaxing and soothing. Like when people come and visit us, they always say about the ocean waves being so soothing and relaxing. And I noticed that being in there too. It was just very relaxing and pleasant and kind of going in waves.
And you're right. And he is somebody who is so fascinated with nature. He loves nature. He finds a lot of healing in it and the power of color. And blue was such a fascinating color for him. And I feel like it's a perfect match of this vibe you're describing that fits this place, and then his work that seeks to also find solace in this beauty that surrounds us.
Yeah, and how it was moving, it seems like it's more modern than like art galleries and stuff in the past.
Yeah, and it's true that it's so different. It'll never replace a museum experience. Like there's an aura. If you find yourself in front of an original Van Gogh, there's something unique there that's quite irreplaceable. But there's something so phenomenal and modern and a fresh take about walking in a space like this and being able to just interact with it and having it respond to you and just flow around you.
Yeah, and it was on the, not only the walls, it was on the ground too. I didn't look up at the ceilings, but yeah, even in the ground.
Yeah.
It was like a part of the art.
Yeah, it's unique. It's really beautiful.
And what dates will you be in Myrtle Beach? So when people are coming to vacation down and they want to experience this.
So we are opening tomorrow on June 21st, and then we are up until September 22nd. And it's going to be open daily from 10 to 10. The last entry is at 9 p.m. And all of the information is on beyondvangogh.com.
Okay, so the entire summer and early fall. And how much are tickets and where can tickets be purchased?
So everything is on the website. People can actually buy your tickets according to a certain time, so to ensure that there's not too many people at the same time. And tickets starts at $32.99 for adults. There are prices for children, for groups, for senior, veterans. Everything is on the website again, so beyondvangogh.com. And yeah, people can check it out.
And what age audience is it suitable for?
That's what's so unique about a project like this. The whole family can come, multiple generations can come. So for babies and kids, it's great because they get to run around, be free in the space, experience it the way they want. Teens also can interact the space whichever way they want, with social media, anything that fits their relationship with the world, with art. And then older generation can find their way too. And whether you know a lot about Van Gogh or you don't, again, it's perfect, because if you don't, it's such a great introduction to the art world. For a lot of people, art can be intimidating, or museums can be intimidating. The art comes literally towards you. And if you already know a lot about him, then it's like me being in the fantasy of being inside the work you already know and love. So it's a unique project in the sense that it does reach such a wide audience.
Yeah, in there I saw kids like sitting on benches and they were just mesmerized by watching it. It calmed them down. They were just like, seemed so relaxed and just gazed into it. What feedback from guests have you heard from it so far?
Actually, it's been the best part of this project is seeing people's reaction to it, because we've had people who act like children. They end up being giddy and twirl around like they're kids, and they're just running all over the place. We've had other people with what you were describing are more like taking it in and mesmerized and more of a contemplation, meditation kind of mood. People are laughing, people are moved to tears. It's been really all over the place, and I think that just speaks to Vincent's powerful work and how it resonates with people still multiple generations down the line, and still in the 21st century. It's still fresh, it's still powerful, it still moves people, and that's so magical.
Yes, very. And what is your favorite part of the exhibit? I'm sure it's very hard to choose.
It is very hard to choose, but there is one painting that is called Almond Blossom, and it is a painting that he did when his nephew was born. And it's just this beautiful blue backdrop with these incredible delicate white blossom, white almond flowers that are just growing on the tree. And it's just a good example of how we think of darkness when we think of Van Gogh, because we think of the ear cutting incident, the struggling poverty, mental illness issues, and all these things are to a certain extent, but it's not what you see when you look at his work. His work is really about this joy of celebration of life, and this scene for me is a perfect example of that.
I have a family member that when I mentioned Van Gogh, they said, oh, we have artwork above our living room. It was like an outside scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the great thing about him, is that he lives with us on a day-to-day basis. And for that reason, we went with music that plays on different era, different styles, and something that is not necessarily contemporary to him, because there's this idea that he lives through it. And if you have a poster of his work in your house and you're not going to change the music to play Debussy or Satie every time you contemplate it, he's part of our day-to-day experience, and everything is jumbled, and he's just part of our lives.
Yes.
And that's also something we need to celebrate.
Nice. Is there anything else you would like to share about this experience you want people and viewers to know?
There's just so much to discover about Van Gogh, so much beyond, again, this darkness and this pain in his life. If people can get away with this experience, this feeling that there was complexity to him, it's not just about the ear-cutting incident and Starry Night. There is so much substance and so much that we can take away from his work. It's about appreciation of the here and now, being in the moment, appreciating art, the therapeutic power of art. All of these things are so strong and so applicable to our day-to-day lives that hopefully people will connect to that too.
Yeah, well, I can definitely tell how passionate you are about this and how much joy and happiness it brings to you and others going through it. Well, Fanny, thank you so much for having us visit and doing this interview with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.